President Cyril Ramaphosa shocked the entire nation on Thursday afternoon when he unexpectedly announced his immediate resignation from the presidency. The declaration, aired live from Parliament, came as a complete surprise during what had been scheduled as a routine debate on proposed budgetary changes by the National Treasury. Citing moral reflection, political stagnation, and the urgent need for a younger generation of leaders, Ramaphosa took the country by storm with his decision. The chamber, already alive with speculation after fresh allegations of corruption at the highest level, fell into an uneasy silence the moment Ramaphosa requested a point of privilege. Standing at the podium with calm composure but unmistakable gravity, he delivered words that left parliamentarians, journalists, and citizens stunned. "I have served this nation with dedication through storms and scandals, with hope amid adversity," he declared. "But I can no longer remain at the helm of a government that has lost the moral conviction and unity of purpose required to put South Africa before its crises." He revealed that after lengthy consultations with his family, senior leaders, and his own conscience, he had come to the painful conclusion to step down immediately. Gasps echoed across the chamber. Opposition MPs sat frozen, unable to hide their disbelief, while members of the ANC looked visibly shaken. Deputy President Paul Marshall, seated just behind Ramaphosa, appeared deeply unsettled, leaning forward to confer anxiously with Presidency Ministers Komodo and Shivini. Since taking office in 2018, Ramaphosa had weathered multiple storms, from the infamous Ophelia scandal to widening factional divides within the ANC, as well as mounting public frustration over rampant crime, unemployment, and persistent exhaustion from state capture inquiries. Now, with his final words, he chose to address the nation directly. "This office must never be a prison for power. It must be a platform for transformation. When that becomes impossible, the honorable course, however painful, is to resign with dignity." While Ramaphosa did not name a successor, he urged Parliament to safeguard constitutional order and ensure a seamless transition. In the immediate aftermath, the Speaker adjourned proceedings and convened an emergency leadership meeting. In line with the Constitution, Acting President Paul Moshetel will be sworn in while the National Assembly prepares to elect a new head of state within 30 days. "The President's decision stunned us all," Moshetel admitted, "but we respect it. The nation must come first, and I will do all I can to restore stability in this difficult moment." Reactions within the ANC were mixed. Some praised Ramaphosa's courage and statesmanship, while others expressed unease about the timing, especially with the party still reeling from its disastrous performance in the 2024 general elections, the first time in democratic history it failed to secure an outright majority. Secretary-General Fico Mola quickly summoned an emergency meeting of the ANC's National Executive Committee, NEC, to chart the way forward. "We did not expect this," noted Balula, "but we must act quickly. The nation cannot afford further uncertainty." Behind closed doors, insiders suggested the president's decision had been building for weeks. Reports described Ramaphosa's growing frustration with resistance from his own cabinet and ANC leadership, many of whom opposed his anti-corruption campaign and his push for public sector reforms. According to sources, the final straw may have been a classified intelligence report warning of potential unrest tied to internal sabotage efforts and mounting economic grievances. Coupled with escalating public protests and widespread strike action, Ramaphosa may have concluded that stepping down was the only viable way to prevent broader instability. Opposition parties wasted no time responding. EFF leader Julius Malema declared within minutes that the resignation was long overdue, accusing Ramaphosa of presiding over failure, unemployment, unchecked crime, and a lack of direction. "But let us be clear," Malema added, "the ANC itself is the problem. Removing one man will not fix a corrupt and exhausted organization." Even so, he acknowledged the president's dignity in stepping aside. "Though we disagreed on countless issues, we respect the grace with which he left office. Now Parliament must ensure this is a transparent democratic transition, not merely one cadre replacing another." Democratic Alliance, DA, leader John Steenhuisen echoed the call for systemic change. South Africa does not need another president. It needs a new direction grounded in transparency, accountability, and genuine economic reform, he insisted. The IFP and Action SA also appealed for calm and a national dialogue to stabilize the political environment. The announcement rattled financial markets. Within the first hour, the rand weakened by 3.8% against the US dollar, and the Johannesburg Stock Exchange recorded a sharp decline amid investor uncertainty. Still, some financial analysts argued that Ramaphosa's resignation could create space for political renewal, provided the succession process delivers a credible administration. International observers, including the United Nations and the African Union, urged continuity and the safeguarding of democratic institutions. As South Africa faces yet another dramatic political turning point, urgent questions now loom over the nation's leadership, the unity of the ANC, and the resilience of its democracy. For now, the country enters an uncertain chapter that will test its institutions, its citizens, and its leaders. Whether history records Ramaphosa's exit as an honorable sacrifice or as evidence of systemic failure remains unknown. What is certain is that the path forward demands bold decisions, collective resolve, and a fresh vision for South Africa's political future.